Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about the 1000 subscriber milestone. So I finally hit 4 digits, which is really surprising for me, considering how many core my videos are. But I'm very thankful for you all. So what I decided to do is, instead of me showing you how to build and that kind of thing, which I'm going to still keep on doing, but I'm going to help 3 lucky winners and help them build their twine, right? Not necessarily building the entire base, but I'm going to go in their storm shield and help you guys out, right? So I'm going to choose 3 lucky winners for that, okay? And in order to enter this little draw, all you have to do is type Nyani in the comments. Somewhere in your comments at least. Type in Nyani and you should be able to enter the draw, right? And this draw should end in 1 week, alright? And I'm going to stay between 1 to 2 hours, depending on circumstances, but I think 1 to 2 hours should be reasonable in your storm shield, right? And I can help you build or give you some advice, right? It's up to you, really. But 3 lucky winners, okay? The only exception to this is that I probably won't be able to use my own traps due to the fact that I'm not very rich, right? I don't farm a lot because I am, well, kind of stuck in my own storm shield, which doesn't really have much farming involved. So, yeah, I don't really have many materials to give away, but I can help you give knowledge, right? So if you need some advice with some of your builds in Twine, then I can provide some of that assistance for you, right? So yeah, best of luck for those 3 lucky winners, right? Now, not only I'm going to talk about that, but there's been some changes. I would say not major changes, but some very interesting changes I've done to my Twine endurance, right? Because I'm going to release a beach amp video very soon, because beach is pretty much done. There's nothing really more I need to add for it, and also beach is a very easy amplifier to build, right? So I think it's just obvious I just release a beach. But also I've changed the devil amplifier, so there's a reason why I haven't uploaded a devil amp, and I'll show you why over here. So there is a devil amp, but there's none of that there's no platform over there, right? Neither the west or the north, right? However, if you look all the way towards my amplifier, I'm still using this build, right? The build I'm using, the amplifier, is going to do the exact same thing that I was doing previously, but I added 8 extra arches on top, right? And this seems to increase the stability for this build working, because sometimes it didn't work on like wave 26, for example. Excuse me. But when I added these arches, it seems to work every time, right? I haven't had it fail yet, right? Despite with the amount of testing I've done. So that is good. Even if I'm on the other side of the map, they would still turn to assassin husk and just follow me towards there, right? So what I've done is built the devil amp in such a way that they would still follow me on the other side of the map, right? And because I feel that it is really inconvenient to move to your devil amplifier when it gets attacked. Maybe I'm just lazy, but I think it's a little bit inconvenient. So what I've done is remove that inconvenience, stay on the valley, and just AFK farm there. So basically what I've been doing is that I just stand on the valley amplifier behind the spawn and just camp there, right? With the mist pods until the UFO, right? And hopefully it survives all the way then, right? But I think it's a little bit of RNG based on the trap durability, the bosses spawning, but you can definitely AFK from 1 to 24. I wouldn't say, I don't think it's 100% though. There's probably some RNG involved, of course, right? But it is still very good, right? Still very good. So that's what I've been trying to shift this build towards, right? And I had to overcome some little assassin husk tunneling, right? With the hill south and the Wamp amp, right? But I can explain those as well, right? So for the devil amplifier, I'm going to do a video on this, right? I do have to do a little bit more testing to make sure it's consistent, because this is kind of a, how do I say this? This is an observer effect build in a sense, where I can't actually look what's happening with this build, because I'm set up this build so that I'm camping all the way at the valley. So if I start observing the build, right, then it'll affect the outcome. It'll affect the outcome, so I can't actually be on this amplifier at all, right? So I have to just look at the trap durability of the traps and see what's going on, right? So yeah, but that's basically the Devil Amplifier. I'm no longer camping on the Devil Amp. I'm camping on the Valley when Devil gets attacked, right? So I'm relying on this build to work, and also the Assassin Husk to behave properly, right? Along with the Smashers, the Propanes, and etc., right? Just to overlook this a little bit, I've done some other little things to increase the consistency. For example, I've added these extra layers over here, but these extra layers can be destroyed by a rare spawn. However, I added them anyway because it helps a lot with consistency with regards to Assassin Husk, right? But if you're standing, if you're in the correct position, you actually won't need these at all, right? And primarily it's also because of my Homebase North design, because it's a little bit longer pathing than the Homebase North, so the Assassin Husk do attack here sometimes. Right, so I'm thinking about solutions for that, but so far this has been a decent alternative solution, even though there's a rare spawn that can destroy them, right? So there's a little bit changes here and there, but they're overall for consistency when I'm AFKing on the Valley. Okay, and Homebase North, I will make a video for it, like Homebase North, Homebase East, right? But I do need to test the consistency of it with Smashers and many other husks, and it doesn't get attacked very often, so it's hard to make a video for something that I don't have confidence in yet, right? Not yet. But Homebase East is pretty good. I'll just give it that. Homebase East is pretty good. But yeah, there's also the Wamp amplifier, right? So the Wamp amplifier, what I've done over here is I blocked this off. Right, I blocked this off instead of making an assassin tunnel, and the reason being is because since I'm going to be camping on the Valley amplifier all the way over there, the assassin husks are never going to take the north pathway. So if the assassin husks never take the north pathway, then I never need to have this area, right? I just have it blocked off, and that should be good enough. I might even just remove a little bit more, and I think that I could still get away with that, right? But Wamp Amp's been working pretty good so far, pretty good. And the Assassin Husks have two options, right? The Assassin Husks, to prevent them from hitting over here, they can either take this stairway over here, right, all the way up here on the south side, which then they would get looped, right? Or they would take this over here, which then over here, which then there's a pathway that I have to break through, and then they'll just get zapped and launched back, right? So this is another alternative. Right, so there's two ways, right? And both of them they can attack from. So I just blocked it off. It's a little bit expensive, but this is my current solution for the Wamp amplifier for Assassin Husk when I'm camping up there, right? For the full AFK endurance kind of thing, right? But I won't be able to AFK the UFO, of course, right? Now that is for that, and then it's like and then for Beach Amplifier, which I'll explain, right, in another video, and there's the Valley Amplifier. So this is just a little brief overview. The Valley Amplifier is basically pretty much the exact same as it was previously, right? It's just that the excuse me, the amp design slightly different. Still has 4 poles on each corner over there at the front, but then it has 4 additional arches on top, right? And this seems to make the build a lot more consistent, and it seems to be working for Wave 26 from my testing, right? But I need to get a lot more Wave 26s to verify it, but so far it's been very good, right? And each of these changes I'll put in a description for the respective amplifiers, right? But these are only for when you're AFKing on the Valley, okay? And of course Devil, I'll make a new video. And there is Lava. Lava is pretty much the exact same. However, I added this over here, right? So apparently these floors would get broken if they are tier 3, and this is Leaf told me. Leaf told me about this. I was like, huh. I tried it, and it seems to be the case, right? These things get destroyed when they're tier 3, but when they're tier 2 or tier 1, they don't get destroyed. They're very odd. Very, very odd. And there's this little thing over here, right? So Heal Amplifier, I discussed the changes for it in the 12.0 patch, right? The 12.0 video, right? Where this block off has changed, and I updated the description for those changes. Now, the Assassin Husks, when I'm on the Valley, they're going to be wanting to attack these walls, right? However, if you open this wall over here and have this little loop, then the Assassin Husk will just keep getting looped over here, and then you should be good to go while standing on the Valley, right? So there's a little Assassin tunnel for that when I'm standing on the Valley Amplifier. And this over here, no changes. And I think this one added some anti-airs, but that's not really that important. You don't really need anti-airs, to be honest. It's more of just a nice little add-on thing. And pit amplifier, I did add some changes here and there, but I will probably make a new video for pit at some time in the future with all the changes together. Okay, but yeah, that is pretty much the basic overview. And yeah, I don't want to make the video too long, but thanks everybody for getting me to 1,000 subscribers, right? I did not expect that at all, and I applied for a creator code as well, right? I'm gonna be trying to releasing the beach amplifier either tonight or tomorrow night, right? I'll see, because the beach amplifier is actually one, in my opinion, beach amplifier is one of the easiest amplifiers to build. My opinion, but hopefully you guys will like it and it'll be cheap enough for you. Okay, so take care guys and have fun building.